Most people get their paycheck and then within 48 hours, it's totally gone. If you think you know where your money goes, but you're completely baffled by how quickly you can burn through $1,000, you're definitely not alone. The problem is not just your spending though, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you 7 unusual money tracking tips that can actually flip the script and make you richer. Now for my viewers, I always want the best of the best, and that is why I'm turning this into a 3-part series that's going to be all about overhauling your finances. Because this is video 1, we're really going to be targeting tracking and awareness of your finances, and I really want to break these tricks down into easy and digestible actions that you can start taking today, even while watching the video. So are you guys ready? Let's dive in. Okay, trick number 1 is going to be start seeing the whole picture instead of just fragments. Most people just track pieces of their money. So for example, just the credit cards or just your bank balances or just your debit cards. And some really don't even track that. But the real trick is pulling everything together. Your bank balances, your credit cards, your car payments, or your overall car balance. All of your loans, all of your investments, and pulling it into one overall view. When you can see the whole picture, you will start to make better money moves because you have an overall understanding of every little thing that's going on. Now, when you're thinking about this, you may get a little concerned because it may feel overwhelming, but don't get worried. We're going to jump right on over here to the Monarch Money platform. This is going to help you organize all of your finances in one place. Now, Monarch Money is a financial platform that I've already discussed previously on this channel, and it solves this trick number 1 with its all-in-one dashboard. I highly suggest that you guys are following along. I do have a direct link in my description box down below that you can click. It's going to give you access to a 7-day free trial. If you absolutely love the platform like I do, after your 7-day free trial, I have a coupon code. I'll place it here on screen, also down below, and that's going to get you 50% off your first year of an annual plan. All right, so now that I'm into this all-in-one dashboard of Monarch, I kind of just want to look around and I want to show you how it's going to be providing that whole picture instead of just fragments. So let's take a look at all of the tabs. You're going to have all of your spending right here, transactions, including all of your payments. There's a section here for your investments, a section for your credit score, your net worth, your goals. You have the option right here to create a budget. So when I say that Monarch gives you the ability to see the entire picture, that's what I mean. Trick number 2 is going to be actually visualizing the spending that's going on. Typically, numbers in a spreadsheet are not going to be what assists you in changing behavior or becoming richer. What changes behavior is visuals. So when you can actually visualize your spending in things like categories, charts, graphs, it becomes way harder to ignore the $300 that you're blowing on takeout every single month. Now, Monarch helps make this trick possible by giving you those interactive spending charts. So I want you guys to notice here again in your all-in-one dashboard that the spending is right here to the right. So once you've connected all of your accounts, I'm talking bank accounts, credit card accounts, loan accounts, investment accounts if you have any, it's going to immediately get to work on all of your money and organizing where it's all going. So this spending category section will give you an overview of where your money is going with this amazing graph. It's actually giving you a daily comparison from month to month, and also this total spending by day, which is super cool to actually visualize and see, okay, I spent this amount of money yesterday, I spent this amount of money today. Now, most people do get paid bi-weekly, so you can actually see this broken down in what you're spending by each paycheck. I have already talked in this channel a lot about how important it is to track where your money is going and by what paycheck do certain things need paid. For some people, this can be really overwhelming to do, and it's why it never gets done. However, no problem, Monarch can make this easy for you. Trick number 3 is going to be tracking your net worth and not just your bills. Here's the thing, most people live their entire lives not knowing their net worth. Ask a friend right now, hey, what's your net worth? Chances are they're not going to have a single clue. But your net worth is not just some crazy Wall Street number. It's simply everything you own minus everything you owe. That means you're adding up your cash, your savings, your 401k, your house value, even your car. Then after that, you're simply going to go in and subtract all of your debts. So things like credit card debts, even that buy now, pay later debt that's going around. What you're left with then is your real financial scorecard. Now here's why this one simple trick can actually become life-changing and how you're viewing your finances. Imagine you make $70,000 a year, but your student loan debt alone is $60,000, and then you have $10,000 in debt of credit cards. Your net worth can actually be in the negative. For most people, that is the case, even though you feel as though you're doing okay. Now, on the flip side, someone may make $40,000 a year, but they're really good about saving money and making sure that they don't have large amounts of debt. Their net worth could be $50,000, $100,000, and growing. So do you guys see the difference here? Your income is not your wealth, your net worth is. Now here's the trick. When you actually start tracking your net worth, your behavior starts to change. So suddenly you don't just care about getting through the month, your financial goals can then become about more, and this is where Monarch really comes in. So Monarch can then go in and automatically calculate your net worth by pulling all of your accounts together, so no more scribbling in spreadsheets, no more wondering if you're moving forward. On Monarch, your net worth becomes a chart here that you can watch grow. And this visibility here alone is really going to be what's assisting you in staying motivated to get richer. Trick number 4 is going to be exposing those hidden money leaks. Now, the sneakiest drain on your finances is not always those huge purchases, but those tiny little leaks in your finances that you don't even notice. Think about it like this: unused gym memberships that cost $39.99 a month, unused subscriptions that you're paying multiple for every single month, or even those free trial apps that you sign up for and then in a month they charge you $17.99 that you swore that you would cancel. Most people don't even realize it, but these little leaks really add up and can cost you hundreds to thousands of dollars every single year. So let's go ahead here and do some quick math. So $12 a month for one forgotten streaming service equals $144 a year, and that's just one. Add in a $37.99 gym membership that you haven't touched in 6 months, that's another $230. Toss in 2 or 3 $7 to $10 free trial turned paid apps, and suddenly you're leaking over $400 to $600 a year, all for the things that you're not even using. Now here's the trick. It's not just about canceling them. It's about becoming aware that all of them even exist in the first place. And guys, that's actually a lot harder than it sounds, because most of us out here are juggling multiple accounts. You may pay Netflix on one card, your electricity on another card, your gym membership on another card, water on another card. So it's really broken up, and it can become very difficult for the everyday person to actually sit down and organize and look at each monthly subscription. Now, this is something I truly love about Monarch, because it automatically scans and flags reoccurring charges across every single account that you upload onto their platform. So instead of combing line by line or waiting for those surprise charges to pop up, Monarch shows you everything front and center. So you're going to see exactly what's eating into your paycheck, and then you have the power to go ahead and cut what's no longer serving you anymore. Let me go ahead and show you exactly where you can find that on your dashboard. So here is that section labeled transactions, but you can also go here to the left and see it more fully. And if you want to search for reoccurring merchants in your account, you can do that by selecting manage reoccurring and even searching right here for things that you've signed up for. So everything will be labeled out nicely for you so that you can see what you need to cancel and what should stay. Trick number 5 is going to be make those reports work for you. Here's a mistake that most people make. They let their bank apps choose what's most important for you to see. You open it up and it shows you a balance, maybe a few pie charts, and it's really a one size fits all. The problem with that is that everybody's financial goals are different, and not everybody needs to see the same exact thing when they open up their bank account. Your bank's default report doesn't care that you're saving for a wedding, doesn't care that you're saving up for that 60th anniversary trip. It doesn't care about business write-offs. It doesn't care about actually checking how much you've spent on Uber Eats this year. That's where this trick comes in, and that's that you need need to flip it. So instead of letting your bank decide what reports you actually see every single day, you can go in and customize it so that it fits your exact life and your exact goals. So for example, if you're planning a vacation, you can go in here, build a report just for travel spending. So you can see every flight, hotel, Airbnb cost all in one report. If you're running a side hustle, which we love here on this channel, you can separate those business expenses from personal spending so that when tax season rolls around, it's not a complete nightmare. When you're able to actually go in and slice and dice your money data like that, it can become about more. It's not just about numbers, it's insight, and insight is actually what changes the behavior. Monarch is really great for this because it allows you to create and save custom reports. Trick number 6 is budget for joy and not just bills. Most people think of budgets and they think of a ton of restrictions. And that's understandable because most budgets have things that are sort of restrictive. So you've got your rent category, your gas category, your grocery category. And that's why a lot of budgets end up failing because most people are not setting aside the finances for things in life that are actually enjoyable. The trick here is budgeting for joy. That means actually going ahead and setting aside money that is specifically for your hobbies, things that bring you joy, travel, concerts, date nights, going out to eat, even just that guilty pleasure coffee trip, budgeting these things out. That way, every time you're having a good time, it doesn't feel like you're doing something wrong. I am a psychology major and I absolutely love everything regarding how our brains work, especially when it comes to finances. The reason I believe in this trick and why I think this trick is so important is because research shows that when people spend money, especially with credit cards or even impulsive spending, we activate the reward system within the brain. It floods us with a ton of dopamine and it gives us a sense of satisfaction and control. I'm going to have some studies on that linked in the description box down below. Those are really interesting, so check those out. Unfortunately, this dopamine-driven rush typically leads people into overconsumption, overabundance of debt, overabundance of spending on unnecessary things, overabundance of spending on credit cards, getting ourselves into a lot of debt. On the contrast, whenever you utilize things such as tracking your net worth, budgeting for joy, this helps reverse that impulse. So instead of chasing fleeting gratification, you're actually meeting the need still. You are setting things aside specifically for that gratification and that dopamine rush of spending, but you're just doing it in a more organized manner that's actually keeping you on track. Now, Monarch makes this easy because it allows you to create custom categories for whatever it is that lights you up in your life. If you want a category, go ahead, call it adventure fun or girls trip. You can do that. If you want to track your hobby spending separately from your bills, no problem. This mindset shift alone can really be the difference between a budget that is set up for success or a budget that fails. Trick number 7, and the last one on the list for today, is watch the flow of your money. Most people think they know where their money goes, but they've never actually seen it flow. This needs to change. Here's the trick. Use a Sankey diagram. It's a flow map that shows your income coming in on one side and exactly how it branches out into spending, savings, and debt payments on the other side. This is absolutely life-changing because whenever you can start to see how your money is actually flowing out of your account, it's literally like turning a light on in a dark room. This last trick here is just like adding icing on a cake because it's just making everything so much more visually pleasing. It helps you understand your money. It's just adding another layer of you understanding your finances and keeping those finances organized. And Monarch actually has this built right into their platform, so you don't have to draw the charts out or figure it out yourself. This Sankey diagram is there automatically showing you where every single dollar goes. I really love this cash flows tab here on the left. Look at how amazingly organized this is. Every single transaction is broken down into an automatic category so that you can even see the percentage of your income and what it's going to. All right, you guys, there you go. Those are the 7 money tracking tricks that can actually make you richer. The best part is that Monarch Money puts all of these tricks into one accessible platform. If you're ready to try it out for yourself, don't forget to use my coupon code. It's here on the screen. It's going to get you 50% off of your first annual Monarch subscription. Be sure to stay tuned for video 2 of my 3-part money series powered by Monarch Money. Video 2 is going to be really helpful for helping you understand how to evaluate your finances and actually cut costs. As always, thank you guys so much for all of your continuous support, and I do look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye-bye.